Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop Quick Tip. Today we're going to cover the Quick Mask tool. This is one of the most unappreciated tools I think in Photoshop. And a lot of times it's just because people don't really understand how it works or what it does. And it's basically nothing more than brush on selections. That's the easiest way I find to put it. So let's go ahead and cover it here. We'll cover the basics and we'll get you more comfortable with it, and then you'll be an absolute quick mask expert by the end of this video. All right, so first thing I want you to do is go to the toolbar here so we can get on the same page about tools and that. Right here is the quick mask tool, okay? So if you hover over your thing here and you got that little thing there, that is the quick mask tool. And you can activate it by the hotkey Q, or you can just click there if you wish to. Okay. Now, double clicking on it will bring up the options how to set the quick mask tool. So let's do that. Okay. So I double clicked on it and it's giving me options saying color indicates masked area. And then I have selected areas. Okay. And then what color is the selected area? And then what the opacity is. Pretty straightforward. I don't know why, but by default, Adobe has decided to default to this masked area, which to me is just not intuitive, okay? Because when you're painting something to select it, right, that's what you want. You want your selected area. And so I immediately go into Photoshop and I change it to selected area. And I recommend you guys do the same, okay? And then the other thing is I may increase the opacity so that the color stands out a little more, maybe to 75%, okay? So we'll go ahead and okay. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to be using our paintbrush to paint on selections. And there's a couple rules regarding the quick mask, and that is you must be on your black and white. If you're not, hit the D key for the default colors. Okay, D for default. And we could switch between white being the foreground and black being the foreground just by clicking there. Okay, so we're going to use our paintbrush. And I'm going to show you here on a piece of white canvas what happens. So if I draw, you can see that's what we drew on the quick mask. You'll also notice our layer is in red. Okay, and that's to tell you, hey, you're currently in quick mask mode. Okay, so all these things here now, if I click the quick mask button again to turn it off, you'll see what happens here is it's giving us our selection. So the way I use the paintbrush there, now we have this selection in this area. So if I turn it on and off, you can see this is the area that's selected. And now it's showing you the marching ants to be selected. Okay? So it's nothing more than that. So if I switch on this and I come in and I do this, you can see just painting. And now if I go turn it off, you can see my masked area is now a hollow rectangle. All right, so that's what it is, basically. Nothing complicated, nothing at all. So how would you use it in real life? Okay, so we're going to give you a couple good examples. So I'm going to turn off the fill layer here, and I'm going to turn off quick mask mode, and I'm going to deselect everything, Command or Control D. We've got an egg here, and so this is how you would use the quick mask in real time. So again, make sure you're with the default colors. Make sure you have a paintbrush selected. I recommend a pretty hard-edged brush, okay, to start out with. And I just simply go to quick mask. I now am in, my layer is highlighted in red, so I know I'm in the quick mask mode. And now I can just simply paint to select. Okay, and again, I am doing exactly just like I would. I could use my right and left square bracket, right, and just increase the size. I can do whatever I want. I go off quick mask mode, and you can see I've selected that portion of the egg. Okay? So now with all the tools, the number one question I get all the time, okay, is, well, there's so many tools in Photoshop. Why would I even do this? And the reason is, okay, is because not all of the tools can handle all situations. Now you can see I did a lousy job here, but this is just to show you how it operates. I would adjust the brush and do a much, much better job. So I'm going to go ahead and go to another image here, and I'm going to show you exactly. Okay, so let's say that I want, on a real image here, I want to select this tennis ball. Okay, now you guys would say, hey, I don't need to do this quick mask stuff or nothing. And you're probably right on this image. So we go to select and we say select the subject. And look at that. Done a great job. Okay. And so the tennis ball is done, and my selection is done. All right. Now, but I'm going to take it a little further here. Let's take another image. Now notice this one is also a tennis ball, but because of the surface that it's on and the way the camera shot this, I have a reflection that almost gives the appearance that we have two tennis balls on top of one another. So let's see how our automated Adobe tools work. Select subject. Uh-oh. See the problem? Both tennis balls are selected. That's because no matter how much AI we throw into it right now, it can't handle all situations. Okay? It always requires a human to come in and make decisions on it. Okay? So now here's an example where the Quick Mask tool will come in handy. So we had Adobe say select the subject, and it thinks two tennis balls exist. So let's put on the Quick Mask. And look at that. We can see what exactly Adobe thinks is that. So how do I fix this? Well, this is where the Quick Mask comes in, right? If I turn around and I paint in white, switching my colors here, right? White, black. I can turn around now and I can remove the areas that shouldn't be, okay, from the selection. And I can do it very visually. I can come in and do a very nice job. And there we go. Okay. So now we have corrected the problem. We could turn the Quick Mask off. And you can see now that we just have the tennis ball selected. And we can do whatever we want to do now with this tennis ball. Maybe we want to turn around and duplicate it, or we want to throw it up on its own layer, right? So now we have a tennis ball on the layer, and we move the move tool. And you can see we have our duplicate there. And so that's basically what the Quick Mask is for, okay? And you'll find it very useful in a lot of situations. And so I just wanted to turn around and cover this real quick so it's not such a foreign thing to most people, because most people don't even know this little thing exists down here. So the Quick Mask tool is your best friend, okay? So start getting accustomed to it, start playing with it. You'll find it useful, another tool in your arsenal. Till next week, guys, you take care.